Hi everyone, I'm Paul, and this is tip 7 of the speech quality course, No Linking Patterns. I want you to listen to the following phrases. See if you can understand them. What you doing? I'll say it again. What you doing? Did you understand what I said? Here's what I said. Do you understand it now? I said, what are you doing? Let's try another one. See if you can catch this one. Could you give me your pen? Here it is again. Could you give me your pen? This is what I said. Do you get it now? I said, could you give me your pen? Learners often come to me and say they can understand the conversations in their textbooks, but when they visit another country and listen to real natural conversations, they can't understand them. They say the speakers talk too quickly. But often it's not the speakers talking too quickly. It's because in natural English, speech is often sort of all joined together in this kind of linking thing. So let's take a closer look at linking. There are many types of linking in speech, but today I'm just going to look at a few of them as examples. So one type of linking is where sounds disappear. For example, give me becomes gimme. Another type of linking is where new sounds are made by the words joining. For example, did you becomes did you. Another type is where the sounds move or seem to move in linking. For example, clean up becomes clean up. I honestly think my 3-year-old daughter thinks this is one word. Clean up. Clean up now. Let's take a look at how we decide how words are linked. Look at this word, ice cream. Here are the phonemes for ice cream. Okay. Usually the way the word is linked is decided by the final syllable, the final phoneme of the first word and the first phoneme of the second word. So in this case, ice cream becomes ice cream. Ice cream. It sounds exactly like ice cream, as in to make a big voice. That reminds me of a song we used to sing when we were children. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Anyway, more seriously, here are 4 common linking patterns we have in English. Of course, there are many more, but we don't have time for all of them today. The first one is the phoneme d, and the next word being you. This becomes the sound ju. For example, could you becomes could you. For example, could you wait here, please? Another one is, here's another example. Would you becomes would you. For example, would you like some more coffee? Another pattern is the phoneme t followed by the word you becoming chu. Let's look at some examples. Don't you becomes don't you. For example, don't you like pizza? Can't you becomes can't you. Why can't you come? The word to is often reduced to the sound t. For example, have to can become have to. For example, I have to leave early. Going to can become going to. I'm going to check my mail. Want to can become want to. I want to know when you're free. In very casual speech, going to can become gonna, and want to can also become wanna. We'll look at very casual speech again in the next slide. Same consonant sounds can often join together. For example, big game becomes big game. Class schedule becomes class schedule. Sit down becomes sit down. This is another one I think my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter thinks is one word. Hurry up, clean up, sit down. Okay. Let's talk about very casual conversation. There's some other linking patterns we can look at. The phrase I don't know often becomes dunno. For example, I don't know why she didn't come to the party. Because often becomes cause. For example, Sam's coming late because he missed the train. You often becomes ya. For example, how are ya? Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow. The final G often disappears from ing at the end of words. For example, what you doing? With this very casual conversation linking, be careful not to use it in formal situations like language test and job interviews. We usually only use it with close friends. So what are the key points from today's linking tip? It's useful to know how common words you use in speech are linked. For example, you, me, want. But the most important thing with linking is focus on listening, being able to understand linking and listening first. This is where understanding linking will benefit you most in your listening. Well, it's nice to be able to use linking patterns. It's more important that you get used to listening and understanding these patterns. Try some practice at home. Try listening to 1 minute of a casual TV conversation. You can find lots of examples on YouTube. For example, you could try this link, which is from an episode of the popular TV sitcom Friends. Now listen to the conversation and listen to the linking that the speakers use. Then play the conversation again and shadow the conversation for a minute. So shadowing means repeat the conversation as you listen to it, but focus on the sounds of the conversation as you repeat. Don't worry about trying to understand the meaning while you're repeating. Just focus on the sounds and copying the things that you hear, like linking. Next week, we're going to talk about some common patterns we can find between different accents and how it's really fun to know about different accents and trying to recognize them. You'll also get to laugh at me trying to make or imitate different accents. So see you next week. Also, if you can find more information on language learning and teaching on my website and information on some courses I'm starting online on Sundays from this April. So see you again next week. Bye.